Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate. Wow, that was an awesome introduction. I greatly appreciate that. And wow, I don't know how to say thank you anymore. Listen, folks, what I'm going to share with you, as our host just mentioned, what I'm going to share with you today is how to partner with Amazon.com to create an instant stream of monthly recurring income without having to personally do all of the work. My name is Ty Cohen, and I'm excited to be part of this presentation. Before we get started, I do want to make sure that everyone recognizes the chat box, and you can use that to go in and ask questions. You can answer questions that I ask of you. This is going to be a highly interactive presentation. So meaning traditionally when you watch a webinar or an online seminar of this type, it's the presenter that's speaking to you. I want to be able to make sure that we have like a two-way conversation so that you can ask me questions and I can ask you questions. We both interact with each other. All right. So now, how many people here have heard of me before? How many people have heard of me before? So we've got, wow, a lot of people. Okay, wow, you guys are just too nice. All right, awesome, awesome. Okay, great. Now, some of you may not have heard of me, but my name is Ty Cohen. I'm the king of online marketing and Kindle publishing. And what I'm going to teach you during this program is something that will change your life literally within the next couple of days. Before we get started, so I can really give you the most value possible, I want to ask you a couple of questions. And the first question is, number one, have you ever published a Kindle ebook before? So give me a big yes or no if you haven't. Some people are saying yes. Michael, yes. Rhonda, yes. Jawar, no. We've got John saying no. Jonathan saying yes. Kennedy saying yes. Fad says no. We've got Ted says no. All right, awesome. So if you have published one before, is it fact or fiction? All right, so we have about half and half that said no and half that said yes. Forgot. Is about the same that's saying between fact and fiction. Awesome. What genre have you published? Children's books, says Michael. We've got Batista that says mystery thrillers, how-to, personal development, says Kennedy. Awesome, Kennedy. I'm a big personal development fan myself. And if you have published a book, have you written it yourself or did you outsource it? Did you write it yourself or did you outsource it? All right, we've got some people saying they outsourced it, some saying they've written it themselves. Wow, so about a pretty much a 50-50 straight down the road here. All right, so let's get started here. My promise to you is to give you all of the information that you need in order to use Amazon.com to publish a series of best-selling Kindle books that you can possibly use to generate a massive amount of passive income for you month after month for years to come. And I want to show you proof of that. But before I do, let me say that this is the same system that I used to recently buy my mom a house. I'm pretty proud of that. I'm not saying that to brag, but as a kid, I was someone that was very, very sickly. I was always in the hospital. I would spend weeks in the hospital. I have what's known as sickle cell anemia. And, you know, as a kid, from as long as I could remember, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to, you know, me being in my teens, my mom would take me up to Yale New Haven Hospital when I would get any sickle cell anemia crisis in the middle of the night. You know, my dad would be at work. He was a blue-collar worker, so he always worked like 2 or 3 jobs at a time. He was a construction worker, a security guard, and a taxi driver. And my mom took care of the family, and I always said, you know, she's put such a sacrifice in for me that if I ever got to the position where I could do something significant for her, I was going to do it. And since the age of 12, my goal was to buy my mom a house. My dad is no longer with us. He passed away a couple years ago. But and my mom still lives in Connecticut. I live in North Carolina, my family here. And I said, you know what? I'm going to move my mom down to North Carolina and I'm going to buy her a house. And we actually just closed on that house just a few months ago for her 77th birthday. How cool is that, right? And I was able to do that partly because of what I'm going to share with you here. So pay close attention. This stuff can not only change your life, but change the lives of other individuals that are around you. All right, so there's a lot that you can do with this income. So, quick earnings disclaimer, there is no promise or representation that you will make a certain amount of money or any money or not lose money, or that our program will improve your business as a result of using our products and services. So any earnings, revenue, or income statements are based on actual individual results and or estimates as may be stated. There's no guarantee that you will make these levels for yourself. We're all big boys and girls, right? And because of legality reasons, I do have to be upfront with you on this stuff. So as with any business, your results will vary, and it's based on your personal abilities, how much effort you put into this, your level of desire, capabilities. I mean, an unlimited number of variables. There is no guarantees concerning the value of success you may experience. Everyone will see different results. The use of our information, products, and services should be based on your own due diligence, and you agree that we are not liable for your success or failure, right? So if you do $1 million with this, I'd like to get a check. I'm just playing there. That's just being humorous on my end. So you are at ground level of what is being called a new age diamond mine. Let's take a look at some of the money that I have been able to make just playing around with publishing ebooks before I created a streamlined system for doing it. Here's one of the first checks I got. It was in the amount of $2,297.30, right? I didn't really realize the potential here because I just was trying too many different things, right? How many people are right there? We're going to be totally transparent with each other on this presentation. How many people are doing too many different things right now? You're not focused on any one thing. I'm going to give you a tip. Focus and clarity is key to success in anything, all right? I wasn't focused here. Now, here's another example. For next month, I got another check in the amount of $2,873.13. All right, a 25% increase, and I didn't do anything differently. Right? Why do you think that is? Why do you think I saw an increase? And I didn't publish any additional books or anything else. That's right, Marianne. That's right. Amazon does everything in their power to help you make money, and I'm going to show you how in just a bit. Now, the next month, I started to really focus, and I said, you know what? There's something to this. I got a check in the amount of $4,462.53. So at this time, I'm excited because this is the most amount of success I've seen with any type of online venture up until this point. I started publishing more ebooks, testing different covers, testing different price points, testing different titles, and all of this stuff I'll share with you in just a moment, right? And then the next month I went up to, bam, $8,403.84. At this point, I'm excited. I mean, we're eating, you know, shrimp and lobster, right? It's a good time in the Cohen household. And then I eventually got this thing up to just under 30,000, and now it's really rocking at this point in time, and it continues to grow for me month after month after month after month. All right. So when would you like to have your own diamond mine? That's the question right there. And the beautiful thing about this is an easy system, and Amazon makes it easy for you to make money because, as Avant just pointed out a few minutes ago, Amazon wants you to make money because when you make money, guess who else makes money? That's right. Absolutely, Ted. They make money. Right. They make money. So they're going to do everything in their power. Have you ever seen, like, on Amazon, the people ads that say people who also bought this, bought that, right? So this is going to be a pretty short webinar, mainly because this method is so simple. I'll go over everything in 3 steps. You'll hear from other people that are doing extremely well with this. And then at the end, we'll have a Q&A session. All right? How's that sound? Perfect. Let's get going. All right, so this requires very little work. In fact, we've got a 13-year-old that's killing it with this. That is killing it. So if a 13-year-old little girl can do it, you can do it as well. All right? You can outsource this. It works anywhere in the world, so it doesn't matter what country you're in. You can be in the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, Mexico, France, Germany, Italy, Russia. I literally have students that are based in 32 different countries that are making a killing with this. Right? So you can do this no matter what country you are in, no matter what your gender is, no matter what your race is, no matter how old you are. You can do this. Right? It's super simple, and Amazon has made it really simple. Right? So again, anyone can do this in case you're doubting yourself. Don't let this negative self-talk get to you. All right, so now here's the method overview. First, we'll come up with a proven best-selling book idea. And we'll do that in just a matter of minutes. I'll show you that, how quick and easily this can be done. Then we'll outsource having the ebook written. We'll pay a small amount, right? And then we'll sell this ebook on Amazon, tapping into their 500 million customers, right? How many people knew that? Like Amazon has almost 500 million customers with credit card numbers on file. And most have multiple credit card numbers on file. So these aren't just prospects. These are people that are ready to buy. Think about it. Whenever you visit Amazon, you are ready to buy, right? All right. And then number 4, we repeat the process, creating a new monthly recurring income stream with each new ebook that we list on Amazon. Pretty simple, right? So here's how you get paid. You'll list your ebooks on Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform. All right. We'll sell the ebook on Amazon.com and all of Amazon's international sites worldwide, like Amazon Germany, Amazon UK, Amazon Canada, Amazon Japan, right? Allowing us to tap into their flow of over 500 million paying customers, right? And then the third thing is Amazon pays you 70% of the sales. Think about that. 70% of the sales, again, because they want to encourage as many people as possible to join this program. I've been doing this for just over 5 years, and it still pays off year after year, month after month, week after week, day after day, right? Where people go in and buy my book. Same thing with some of my students, right? They're doing extremely well with this and have done for years. So, for example, Amazon pays you 70% of the sales, right? As long as you price your ebooks between $2.99 and $9.99. So, for example, if you make $10,000 in sales in a month, let's say you make $10,000 in royalties, Amazon takes 30% of that. So they'll only take $3,000 and they'll pay you $7,000. Isn't that beautiful? Like, no wonder Amazon is a multi-billion-dollar company, because they have systems like this in place where they actually leverage, right, the usage and the ability of just a ton of people. So that's pretty cool. Now, you can learn more about Kindle Direct Publishing at kdp.amazon.com. Don't do that now, but just I want you to pay attention to this presentation, but just so that you can go in and check out the program, this awesome system that Amazon has put in place. Why would Amazon allow just anyone to come in and sell content on their site? Market share, absolutely, Rhonda. Right? Because when they first started many, many moons ago, before they started selling perfume and pet rocks and soda and water and vitamins, right? Their primary goal was to become the planet's largest bookstore. And they were brilliant at that. They said, you know what? They came up with an amazing idea where they said, how about we do this? How about we develop this digital e-reader, the Kindle Direct Publishing device, right? We'll develop a Kindle reader. We'll also come up with an app that can be downloaded onto any cell phone, any smart device, right? Any tablet, or even any desktop or laptop computer. And then people can go in and buy these digital ebooks on any of those devices. And then more importantly, we'll allow anyone to come in and publish their content on our platform and pay them 70%. That alone will help us to become the world's largest bookstore. And that is exactly what has happened, right? So now let's dive right into this. Step 1, right? Write these down. How to come up with a best-selling book idea in just minutes. So for this portion, we're going to use the Google Keyword Planner to find a best-selling book idea. All right, so we'll go over to Google and we type in Google Keyword Planner up here. And it should be the first result that you see up here. All right. And then we're going to see a control panel that looks something like this, right? And then here, in this area where it says your product or service, this is where we'll put in our idea for a book, right? So it can be a how-to, it can be anything, right? So in this instance, I put dreams interpretation. I was studying lucid dreaming. So I just said, you know what, maybe I'll publish a book on the interpretation of dreams. So I did that. And then I hit get ideas here, right? And then Google tells me that for my phrase, dreams interpretation, there are similar phrases. It'll tell you how many people are searching for your main phrase, but it also does something that I think is brilliant, especially for us that are publishing Kindle books. It tells you some of the similar phrases that people are searching for. So for example, meaning of dreams, there's 18,000 people that search for that globally within the last 30 days, right? Dream meaning 2,900 individuals. Now, what I found is that collectively, if you add all of these up, your total search volume, and it's between 10,000 and 100,000, you've hit the honeypot. That is a good niche, a good genre to be in, okay? So again, I'll say that again. When you insert your phrase up here, your keyword, your idea that you're considering publishing a book around, and then you hit get ideas, Google is going to not only tell you how many people are searching for your main phrase up here, but it'll also give you similar related phrases, and if you add all of a monthly search volume for those similar phrases up, and if it's between 10,000 to 100,000, then you've hit the sweet spot, or the honey spot, as I should say. My friends over in London, they like to say the honey spot, right? So, yeah, so this is crucial right here. This has a lot to do with the amount of success that you have. All right, so let's move on. Everyone got that? Yes, says Michael. Yes, says John. Yes, says Avant. Jonathan says yes. Mary says yes. All right, cool. Let's go. Now, here's another section here, right? This is actually the same section, but here's something else that you can do within this cool Google Keyword Planner, and that is to come up with some great titles for your ebooks. If you look at this, right, look at the red highlighted areas that I have here. Meaning of dreams. There's 18,100 individuals that are searching for that phrase within the last 30 days. Meaning of dreams, right? That would make an awesome title. Then you can add on to it. Meaning of dreams, how to tell what last night's dream really meant. Here's another example, dreams and their meanings. This would make a good title. This one may not, meaning of dream, right? Kind of broken English there. Dreams and their meanings, how to decipher that crazy dream that you had, right? 590 people searching for that. So you can use this area to also find some really, really good titles, okay? Now, one of the questions that I get is, Ty, why are we using the Google Keyword Planner to find titles? You know, if you craft your titles correctly, you increase the chances of them ranking high within both Amazon and Google search engines, right? I hope that makes sense. So I'll say that again. If you craft your titles correctly, you increase the chances of them ranking high within both Amazon and Google search engines, right? Does that make sense? All right. Now, ranking on both Amazon and Google will dramatically boost your sales because you've got both of these multi-billion-dollar powerhouses working together. All right, so do you see that? Now let me show you an example of this. Here's a book. Let's say that you have this book over on Amazon. It's titled How to Market and Sell Your Ebook. And you have someone that's over on Google and they're conducting research, right? And they're looking for ways to, you know, increase their book sales. They just published a book, so they go over to Google and they type in how to market and sell your book. They're totally oblivious that there's an ebook on Amazon available around this subject, right? So first thing they see is they come here, what do they see? This is what? These are the paid ads, right, John? Absolutely. All right. So what are they going to do? They're going to pretty much gloss over this area and they're going to gravitate down towards this area. First thing that stands out to them. Thornton says the Amazon.com listing. Absolutely, Thornton. You got that right. Right? So that stands out to them like a sore thumb. Okay? And there's several reasons why. Who can tell me why? Kevin says the stars, right? Absolutely. Look at this. It's got 47 stars. Moran says the reviews. Look at this, right? So the 47 reviews, right? Price point says Ted. Absolutely. You can see what the price is here. In stock, says Thornton. Absolutely. So you see that it's in stock as well, right? Joe says it has a little blurb. Look at the blurb here, right? Joe says there's also a listing, like a genre listing. Correct. All right. And then Abraham says that the search phrase is in the title. Really makes it stand out. Credibility from Amazon, says Margaret. Absolutely. So you get that Amazon credibility, says Margaret. Right. Right. So that's there as well. So now, I hope you guys got that. How many people totally get that? Why it's so powerful to use that Google Keyword Planner to help come up with, number one, your market research to find out if people are actually interested in searching for what you're going to be selling on Amazon. And number two, to help you use that Google Keyword Planner to craft your titles, because if you do that, it's money in the bank. right? Money in the bank. So step one was use the Google Keyword Planner to find hot topics and to create titles, right? Write that down. I'm going to give you a second to write that down while I take a quick sip. I'm getting a bit parched here. Okay, awesome. Now, let's move on to something really important here. You know, over the last couple of years, I've come up with what I call my title enhancers, and these are elements that literally double and triple sales. So after months of testing, I found that simply adding the following elements to my titles can dramatically increase sales. All right, dramatically increase sales. And I'll show you how that works. All right. Here's the title enhancers that double and triple sales. And the reason why title enhancers work so well is because they answer the questions that your prospects are asking themselves in their head. All right? I'll say that again. Title enhancers answer the questions that your prospects are asking themselves in their head. So I'll give you an example of a title enhancer. Let's take a look at some of these bad boys. All right, this is what I really like. I like doing this stuff right here because this makes it's like taking candy from a baby. Not that I would be taking candy from a baby, but it makes it super easy. All right, so now, how to, right? How to incorporate it into our title gives us something like, instead of learn to stay in your deck, which is a pretty boring title, right? We add how to, so how to stay in your deck like a professional. Someone's looking for information on deck staining. They're asking themselves, how am I going to do this? So your title answers that question for them on a subconscious level, so that when they see that book, they see that title, they see that listing, it already resonates with them. And all of this happens in a matter of milliseconds. As a matter of fact, just to give you an example, let's say you have a guy by the name of Johnny. Johnny's been promising his wife that he's going to go out and stay in the deck, right? It's a nice day out, middle of the summer. Johnny's wife comes home and she says, Johnny, you know what? I'm going to give you this weekend to stay in this deck, and if you don't do it, you're going to be sleeping on the couch for the next 3 months. Johnny is sweating. He's never stayed in the deck before, right? So he's saying to himself, how am I going to stay in this deck? How am I going to stay in this deck? How am I going to stay in this deck? He picks up his iPad, his iPad or his iPhone or his Android device, and he goes over to the Amazon Kindle app, or he picks up his Kindle device, or he goes directly to Amazon, right, from his computer, his laptop, or his desktop, and he types in "stay in the deck." And he's asking himself, he's sweating because he doesn't want to sleep on the couch. He's saying, how am I going to stay in this deck? How am I going to stay in this deck? How am I going to stay in this deck? So he's asking himself. And then he comes across 2 titles. Number 1, learn to stay in your deck on the left. Number 1, learn to stay in your deck. And number 2, how to stay in your deck like a professional on the right. Which one of the 2 do you think he's going to select? Jason says, number 1, how to learn to stay in your deck. Michael says number 2, how to stay in your deck. Avant says green. Green, I guess, is stay in your deck like a professional, right? Like a professional says Jonathan. Kennedy says number 2. Ted says number 2. Black says number 2, stay in your deck like a professional. Number 2 says Fletcher. Curtis says stay in your deck like a professional. Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you chose number 2, you are absolutely right. All right? 99% of all individuals that see the 2 titles are going to always choose how to stay in your deck like a professional. Again, because it's answering that question for them. Right? Here's another. Do you guys get that? I want to make sure that you get all of this stuff before I move on. I hate watching webinars and a presenter doesn't care for the people that are watching. And he just assumes that everyone gets it. All right, Rhonda says yes. All right. Melinda says yes. Michael says yes. Summer says yes. All right, perfect. Okay, so here's a couple more examples of title enhancers. So quickest way to, right? 21 quickest ways to make money online versus something like the guide to making money on the web. Fastest way to, okay? The fastest way to get your nursing degree versus Health Quad's nursing guide, all right? Easy ways to, quick and easy ways to lose weight, right? Tips to, the world's best kept tips to losing weight. I'm gonna leave the screen up for just a second so you guys can write these down. Okay, awesome, awesome. So how to, quickest ways to, fastest way to, easy ways to, tips to, all right? So all of those are amazing title enhancers that you can use to, I mean, these things really bring in the sales. They pour in the sales. And this is just the surface of them. There's a ton more that are out there, all right? Ton more. All right, so now, you ready to move on? All right, now let's take our, here's another way to do this, right? The other way to do this is you can take your title enhancer, and this really works out really well, as you'll see in a minute. Take your title enhancer, take your idea of a subject, a topic that you're considering publishing a book around, and mash them together. So for example, how to, right, our title enhancer, and garden. Let's say we're looking to publish an ebook on gardening. Gives us how to garden. I put those together in a keyword search box, right, using the Google keyword planner, okay, and hit search. All right. Now look at what happens. Google tells us that for the phrase how to garden, there were 45.5 million global monthly searches last month. Is that within our desired search criteria? Give me a big yes or no. No, says John. No, says Jonathan. No, says Kennedy. Yes, says Yvonne. No, says Rhonda. No, says Ted. Wilmore says no. Fletcher says no. Curtis says yes. Well, think about it, folks. If you said no, you're absolutely right, because we want to be between 10,000 to 100,000, right? 10,000 to 100,000. Luckily for us, Google also says, here's some similar phrases that people are searching for. Look at it. How to make a garden, 201,000. How to design a garden, 550,000. How to build a raised garden bed, 12,100. All right? How to plant a garden, 301,000. Which one of these, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, would make the most ideal book, ebook, to publish on Amazon, and why? Number 3, number 2, number 4, number 1, number 3, number 3. The number 3s are flying in. Absolutely. If you said number 3, you are right. And the reason why is, number 1, look at the search volume. It's right between our desired criteria, 10,000 to 100,000, right? 12,100. Look at the phrase, how to build a raised garden bed. It has our keyword title enhancer in here, how to, right? Build a raised garden bed. Yes, Michael, right. It's very specific, right? Not only are you talking about how to build a garden bed, but it's how to build a raised garden bed, right? So do you think if you had 12,100 individuals that were searching for that you could sell a couple of ebooks? Absolutely, you would sell a ton of them. That's why this system works so well. It's super simple, folks. That's why I get so excited when I talk about this stuff. I've been doing it forever, and I still love doing the research. I actually should have kept this one for myself, so don't go telling my wife. You're going to break up our happy home here if you do. All right, so now let's move on here. All right, let's move on. Now, this type of research makes it easy to sell. No finger crossing, hoping that people are looking for what you have to sell. You know what the search volume is like. Now you go in and you publish it on Amazon. Super easy stuff, right? Even if there's competition, you still will beat out your competition because they don't know the stuff that you're learning on this presentation. And they definitely won't know the stuff that you'll get out of the program that I'm going to share with you at the end of this presentation. All right? So here we go. Let's continue. So Amazon loves this, and they actually want you to make money. All right? As we mentioned earlier, they want you to make money. All right? Why is that? Again, because as Rhonda and Michael and Sherry and Jawar and as all of the others have mentioned is, when you make money, they make money. As a matter of fact, they want you to make money so bad that they pay you 70% of the commissions, right? 70% in commissions of the sales that come in, I should say. They only keep 30%. So let's say if you sell $10,000 worth of ebooks, you keep $7,000, Amazon keeps $3,000. Let's say you sell $1,000 worth, you keep $700, Amazon keeps $300. Very few affiliate programs, very few publishing houses that have those types of splits. Usually it's like you get 10%, right, if you're lucky. But Amazon understands the value of variety. They understand the value of content, right? Content is king. It used to be cash is king, but content is king because they're making a killing off of this content and they're willing to give you 70% of the proceeds, right? So now, step 2. Here's 3 ways to get your ebooks created super fast. Yes, even if you hate writing, okay? In my preferred order, there are 3 very simple ways to get content to sell. I've used all 3 of these, and all are very easy to do, even if you are a newbie to all of this, okay? So now, the first one is get someone else to write it for you. Get someone else to write it for you. I use this option a lot, and I've actually paid as little as $100 to $125 to have people write content for me. This is content where you own 100% of the rights to it, and you can resell it as long and as often as you want, okay? Right? As long as you want. And you can even put your name on it or use a pen name if you want. I use a pen name on everything that I publish. Everything. Simply because I publish, in different genres, and I don't want to seem like a jack of all trades, right? It wouldn't look cool if I published in the makeup genre, and then also in the romance genre, and then in the mystery thriller genre, the sci-fi thriller genre, and then the personal development genre, right? Right, so I use different pen names for each genre. So this course gives you the only 3 sites that you should use when looking to have someone write your content for you. Plus, I give you the exact wording to use when looking to hire someone. The exact wording so you don't make any mistakes. Perfect, perfect system. All right, this is super easy stuff, folks. The other way that you can get content created is you can go in, you can speak it yourself. Right? You can go in and you can speak it yourself, then have it transcribed. There's speech recognition software out there like Dragon Naturally Speaking, or the free one that you'll find on most PCs. Okay? Now, the other option, the third option is you can go in, you can write it yourself. This is not my favorite, but if you're a writer, this would be the perfect option for you. Right? Not my favorite, but if you're a writer, this is the perfect option for you. So we've got 2 options. Number 1, get someone else to write it for you. This is what I love because you get to leverage someone else's passion, ability, and time, right? Number 2, you can speak it yourself. This is like probably second best. Or number 3, if you are a great writer, unlike myself, you can go in and write it yourself. Not my favorite, but if you're a writer, again, this would be perfect option. This would be the perfect option for you, all right? Now, the beautiful thing about this entire process is, listen, you do the work once, your ebook sell for months and years to come. It's residual income that pays you over and over and over again. Right? You do that work once. How many times have you ever heard of the term residual income and passive income? And you said, man, it would be nice to get there. This is it. Right? Step 3 is you go in, you publish and launch your Kindle ebooks quickly and easily so that you can start making sales. This literally takes about 5 to 10 minutes to both create your Amazon KDP account as well as add ebooks to it. And Amazon doesn't charge you to go in and create an account. Again, because they want your content, right? They want you to make money. They've made this entire process super simple where you can get started in like 5 minutes literally with creating your account and then taking another 5 to 10 minutes to upload your first ebook. That's how streamlined they've made it, right? So now, once you've published it, your book is now published on Amazon and ready to make you money. All right, so now, remember, our goal is to get to at least $10,000 a year doing this. And that's what I tell my students. I said, your goal should be to get to $100,000 a year doing this, right? I've beat that many times over. Several of my students have beat that many times over. And you get there quickly by just continuing to flip your profits. You don't have to do it forever, but you do it for a while. You start with 1 ebook, and on average, I find that 1 ebook for me makes about $500, right? So you get that 1 ebook. Imagine if you're paying $125 to have 1 ebook created. That ebook gets to the point where it's generating $500 a month. You then take that $500, right? 500 divided by $125 to get 4 more ebooks created. Now you have 5 ebooks. that are each averaging about $500 a month. That's $2,500 a month, right? Which means you can now use that $2,500 and pay approximately $125 each to have more ebooks created, and you're now at 20 more ebooks, each averaging $500 a month. That's $10,000 a month, $120,000 a year. Simple, 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 right? Does everybody see that? Like sometimes we overcomplicate things and it's just amazingly simple. That's why the rich get richer, because they know how to simplify things. Once I learned this totally changed my life. I didn't come from a rich background. I didn't come from a family that had money. But once I learned how to simplify economics, right, and what it takes to make money, it became so much clearer. This is the formula here, right? Now, once published, the way you crank up sales is by, number one, you go in, you add more ebooks, right? You go in, you add more ebooks. You repeat the process. You publish more ebooks. Remember, 20 ebooks equals about $120,000 a year on average. So you go in, and then you can tweak the elements of your existing ebooks, right? Things like titles, price points, descriptions, covers, to really boost those sales. You can always go back and change these elements after you launch your book, because it's a digital book, right? It's not like a physical book. Remember back in the days, if you printed or published a physical book and you wanted to make changes, even something as simple as changing the cover, it could take you months, right? These are all digital, so you can make changes in minutes. Now, if you really want to take it to the next level, you outsource the entire ebook creation process like I do, right? And I show you how in this program. You outsource listing your ebooks on Amazon, right? We show you how in this program as well. Heck, you can even, and some of my students are doing this very successfully, you can even offer all or parts of a service to others for a fee as a high-ticket service, charging $5,000 or more. I have some students that are taking this process and approaching professionals like doctors, lawyers, chiropractors, real estate agents, and saying, hey, let me go in, let me interview you, let me publish a book for you, and I'll handle everything on Amazon, and you pay me $5,000 to go in and set it all up for you. And they're making it. They're making a killing, right? Doing it that way, as offering a service, in addition to also publishing their own ebooks on Amazon. So there's so much potential here, folks. All right? Now, let's review. Here's what we've covered today. Step 1, how to come up with a best-selling book idea in 3 minutes or less, even if you've never done anything like this. And I showed you how to do this with the Google Keyword Planner, right? Step 2, right? 3 ways to get your ebooks created super fast. Yes, even if you hate writing. Okay, I showed you how to do that. You can go in, you can outsource it, you can speak it, or you can write it yourself, right? Step 3, how to publish and launch your Kindle ebooks quickly and easily and start making sales. I'll show you how to do that as well. And, you know, the bonus here, right, is ways to outsource the entire thing and or offer the service to other people as a high-ticket service, charging $5,000 or more. Listen, one of the top New Year's resolutions every single year is to publish a book. People want to write their own book. There's so many people that want to do it, but they don't realize that Amazon has changed the landscape of the publishing industry to the point that it's super simple, where a 13-year-old can go in and publish a book now, right? So you can offer the service to them, or do it yourself, like I do, or do both, right? All right. Now, anyone starting to feel excited about this whole process? That's where I am, this cute little girl here. That's how excited, not that I'm a cute little girl, but I'm excited like that. Right? Now, I get excited because not only am I seeing a ton of success with this, but so are my students. Like here's, again, 1 month's deposits, just under $30,000 for myself, okay? Here's one of my students. His name is Brian Bilal. He's actually a professor up at Penn State. All right? He sent me this text to say that he is now making $5,000 a month using my system. All right? This month will be my first $5,000 month. I want to thank you for all of your guidance and inspiration. My goal is set on getting to the $10,000 per month level. All right? Here's another testimonial from another one of my students. This guy is 66 years old. Darren DeVry over in Perth, Australia. Right? and he is killing it. He is killing it. And he says, Ty, over the last year, I've continued to follow a Kindle cash flow system, and I'm doing $20,000 per month in sales. All right? $20,000 per month in sales. 66 years old. All right? Now, one of the things you might be wondering is, can I do this on my own? Well, here's the thing that you should be aware of. Right? The methods that I will share with you that actually get results took me years and years to figure out and refine. Okay? Years and years to figure out and refine. I mean, I made so many errors. I spent a ton of money trying to get this thing right. I finally perfected it, and I put it together all in one program for you, which I'm going to give you in just a few moments here. All right? The other thing is, if you're trying to do this on your own, it literally cost me tens of thousands of dollars to figure out the right way. I mean, tweaking, testing, wasting money and just screwing up, wasting a lot of time. Late nights stayed up, where I stayed up to 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning trying to figure this entire process out. And I now have it down to a system where I can give it to someone. I can give it to the 13-year-old, or I can give it to the 66-year-old, as you saw one of my students, Dan DeVry, who's doing $20,000 a month. I can give it to anyone, and they can do well with it. All right? But when I tried to do it on my own, man, I made a mistake. And it took me years, and it took me a lot of money to get to this formula, this systematic formula that I'm going to be giving you. All right? I had to learn the hard way. I see some people try to go out and do this on their own, and then they eventually come back and they say, Ty, I need your program. Right? Your program has all of the shortcuts. Your program is going to show me how to do this quickly. All right? You get to skip all of the hurdles and get straight to the cash. You get to skip all of the hurdles and get straight to the cash. All right? So now, should you try this on your own? Here's what you should be aware of. You don't have a complete system. So you don't have, there's an entire system. It's a step-by-step system where I go over everything. And you get to look over my shoulder to see what I'm doing, and you can copy me, right? Because we're limited on time, right, I partially shared just a few of the steps with you. In this program, you get the complete enchilada. There's no tricks to make more with every ebook, so you don't understand what it takes to make more with every ebook, the different little tweaks and the nuances that you have to incorporate with your ebooks. Simple stuff, right? But I don't have time to share it with you on this webinar. In the presentation, I give you the whole enchilada. You don't know how to properly outsource. This is a big component of it, especially if you're going to outsource writing of your ebooks and things like that. How do you find someone that's good, someone that's trustworthy? How do you pay them? How much should you pay them? How do you negotiate? Super simple stuff. But again, it's all systematically done, and I show you how to do that in this program. All right? So you get caught with all of the gotchas when you try to do this on your own and not use the system the way I have it laid out. All right? And last but not least, you don't have an understanding of how to list your ebooks for maximum profit. This is big too. All right? That whole listing process. Okay? So anyone want access to the full system? Right? Put a 1 in the chat box right now if you do. Put a 1 in. Wow, the ones are flying in. All right, so we've got ones. You guys really are replying. I haven't seen this much response throughout the entire presentation here. Right? Awesome. Wow, that's I love people that are serious about changing their current situation. I love people who are serious about seeing an opportunity and raising their hand or standing up to take advantage of it. Right? I think that's what life is about, taking advantage of the opportunities when they present themselves. So you'll be thrilled to know that I've created an entire home study course called the Kindle Cash Flow Program. This is the most recent updated version of it. And no, this is not my $20,000 program where I charge $20,000 plus 10% up to $100,000, right? Of your royalties. This is not that program. This is a home study program where you get to see what I do, why I do it, and the results I get. All right? Now, You'll get instant access, and here's everything that you'll get. You'll get the setup, which is a $997 value. We cover setting up your account, how to get started quickly, what not to do so that you don't get banned. We cover Kindling for Profits, which is a $1,497 value. We cover finding the right niche and readers, niches that sell, and readers that buy. We also cover the Buyer Magnet module, which is a $2,997 value. And in this module, we cover the critical must-have elements that will make your ebook sell. We talk about covers, pricing, descriptions, reviews, right? We also give you the KDP Cash Extraction module, which is a $3,500 value. And in this module, we cover the secret ways to use the Kindle Direct Publishing platform to make more money than most people ever will. All right? Total value is $8,991. $8,991. All right? Now, I've got some fast action bonuses for the first 10 people only. Right? The first 10 people only to go in and take advantage of this. Right? The first fast action bonus is the Google Kindle Crunch. The Google Kindle Crunch. Remember when I showed you how getting your ebooks listed in Google will increase your sales and your visibility? Well, this program, this mini course here, the Google Kindle Crunch, will help you to increase your sales big time. This is actually where 30% of my sales come from. All right, 30% of my sales come from people finding my ebooks in Google and then going over to Amazon and buying them. And this is a $1,997 value. All right. The next fast action bonus that you're going to get if you're one of the top 10 to place their orders, and you're going to do so by saying I'm in, right? After you go in and place your order, put I'm in, okay? And in that order, so we know who came in first, who came in second, who came in third. So the next bonus is money multiplicity. How to publish the same content to the Barnes & Noble's Nook Press platform and Apple's iBookstore platform so that you triple your ebooks exposure. This is a $997 value. Now, here's one of the bonuses that I'm extremely proud of. This is one that a lot of my students get a ton of value out of. And this is the this is your own virtual assistant, right? So you'll get your, again, if you're one of the first 10 to purchase, you'll get your own virtual assistant for 40 hours. For 40 hours. This is a $600 value. It costs me real money. And this person will be able to go in and help you with researching topics, coming up with title ideas, writing out descriptions, communicating with your writer, or anything else that you can think of, including working on some of your other businesses. All right? You'll also get access to our private Facebook group where you get to ask questions, you get to get updates, you get to share ideas, you get to brainstorm, you get to get help. We have 1,000 people in this Facebook group that are crushing it. Some people are just starting out just like you. Some people have been part of this program for weeks, for months, for years, and they're doing extremely well. So you get to surround yourself with a variety of individuals that have a common goal. And I think one of the ways to become successful at anything is to surround yourself with people that share what it is that you're trying to do. All right? My crazy guarantee to this is if you don't make at least 100% of your purchase price back within the first year, and you saw how easy this is. If you don't make at least 100% of your purchase price back within the first year, we will pay you 2 times your purchase price back. So literally, you get to double your money no matter what, right? If you double your money implementing the system and getting the results that I shared with you, right, and more, doubling your money and more, a lot more. Or if it doesn't work for you and you give it a full try, then I'll pay you 2 times your purchase price back, right? Now, the worst possible scenario is that you double your money back. So let's pretend I'm you and I'm just coming into this seminar and I see this right here. The worst possible scenario is that you double your money back. I see this, right? I don't even have to know what the webinar was about. If I see this, I'm in. I'm jumping in because I know that this has to be something that works for this type of guarantee to be given. And number 2, I know that no matter what happens, I could at least double my money back. All right? So that right there gets everyone in. Usually there's no one on a webinar that does not get in after they see that guarantee and how sure I am of this program. All right? Now let's talk price. Normally this program sells for $2,997 plus $297 a month, right? That's what it normally sells for, $2,997 plus $297 a month. But you're going to get it for much less, right? I've got a special webinar only price. Only when you buy from this live webinar, all right, we've got a special webinar only price. The webinar only price is, all right, and this is the price that you're about to see, is only good for the live webinar. After that, it goes back up to the $2,997 price point, plus $297 monthly, all right? The price that I'm going to show you now in just a minute is the lowest it's ever been, and you're not going to have a monthly payment to make as well. All right, so take advantage of this now. You want to be one of the first 10. Once you go put your orders in, type in "I'm in" with your name, so we know who came in first place, second, third, fourth, fifth, all the way up to 10th place. All right. Right now, while we're on the webinar, we're going to immediately take $2,000 off of the regular price. Go to 30dayprofits.com. Right now, you can get in for $9.97 and no monthly fee if you order right now and you are one of 10 Fast Action members. Again, that URL is www.30dayprofits.com. And the beautiful thing about this is you can use your Visa, your MasterCard, your American Express, your Discover card. You can pay with PayPal. And if you have no money right now, all right, you can use PayPal credit, where you can get access to this program right now for no money down using the PayPal credit option if you are in the U.S., right? You'll get access with no payments or interest for 6 months, right? So visit 30dayprofits.com. There's a video that I have on that site. You can watch the video that will show you how to go in and sign up for PayPal credit, and you can get started right now without using any of your own money. Or you can put it on your credit card, your Visa, your MasterCard, your American Express, or your Discover card. All right. Remember, only the first 10 people will get all of the Fast Action bonuses. So type this URL in fast so that you can be one of the 10. Once you place your order, come back here to the chat box and type in "I'm in" with your name so we know who came in first. Wow, Michael, you are fast. Michael already typed in "I'm in." All right. Michael LeBron, we have you. Thank you for your order. Welcome aboard. I love Fast Action takers, Michael. Welcome aboard. Michael's number 1 there. Good to have you. All right, so we have Michael. Let me just make a note there. Michael is in. Okay. Michael LeBron. All right, now here's how you apply for PayPal credit. All right, you go to 30-Day Profits. I'm going to jump out of this webinar really quickly here. You'll go to 30dayprofits.com, and let me just jump out. Once you go to 30-Day Profits, you're going to see a site like this. It says, "Yes, Ty, I want to get started with Kindle Cashflow." You'll see the countdown. Make sure you get in before the countdown so that you get all of these extra bonuses as well. All right. Make sure you do that. That's crucial. You're going to see the countdown, and you want to get in before that. Now, to use a credit card, you're going to click this button. If you want to pay with your Visa, your MasterCard, your American Express, your Discover, click this button. If you want to check out with PayPal using funds that you have in PayPal or a credit card that you have tied up to PayPal, use this one. If you want to use PayPal credit, right, the buy now, pay later free, you're going to click on this button. And first, I suggest that you watch this video, okay? So click this video here to watch the instructions, and we'll go over that right now. All right, so let me just play this video really quickly, and then I'll come right back to this presentation. This shows you how to apply for PayPal credit. Okay, so if you want to pay using PayPal credit, there's a pretty cool option, right, that you can use that allows you to make no payments or interest for up to 6 months. Right now, I think it's only available in the U.S., and this will shortly be followed by other countries, so make sure that you check. The way to check is you go in, click this button here that says check out with PayPal. That's going to take you to a page that looks like this. You'll fill out your information here, and then down at the bottom you're going to select PayPal, okay, and then hit place order. Once you do that, that's going to take you over to your PayPal login here. You go in and you will log in right here. And I have to blurred out my login information for security reasons. But then once you log in, let me just close that. It will give you the option to get 6 months to pay with PayPal credit, which is pretty cool, right? Because this allows you to go in and get some momentum with this method. You can get up to 6 months to start making money. You get to use other people's money, right? You get to use PayPal's money to go in and put this in place and not tie up your funds right now. So you'll go in and hit apply now. And again, this is if you want to use PayPal credit. If not, then you can just go in and pay using the regular PayPal option as you would. You'll enter this information here, date of birth, a month, day, year, and then just the last 4 of your social. And then you hit agree and continue. And PayPal will actually get you approved in a matter of seconds, right? So it doesn't take a long time like anything else. And it's like I said, once you're approved, you'll then get access to the Kindle Cash Flow program, and you'll be on your way to start rocking and rolling. You can start applying the methods that I teach in this program to start generating some income, and then you get 6 months to pay this money back. All right, so there you go, good to go. It's, you know, what people do. They use other people's money when they're looking to leverage, right? Leverage resources, and there you are. Okay, so that's how you use the PayPal credit option. I do want to show you something here though. When you use, let me go back into my slides here. Maybe you can see it a bit more clearly. If you sign up using PayPal credit, right, make sure that after you're approved, and the PayPal credit, as you just saw, it takes like seconds to get approved, right? Seconds to get approved. Here's the thing. Once you go in to place the order, once you're approved, you have to change your payment method, right? So you see this little button here which says payment methods, hit change, and then select PayPal credit here so that you use the money from the PayPal credit line that you just got, okay? Yep, right, so that's it. Now, here's the thing. Let's continue here, all right? Here's a testimonial from one of my students, Dan DeVry. First, he says, Ty, this has been my best month so far with 258 sales to date with only 3 titles. I'm very happy with the progress considering my circumstances. And he had went through bankruptcy, recession. I just wanted to say thank you again. I can see the end of a tunnel, right? So I asked him if I can use that. I asked him if I could use that testimonial. He sent me a reply back a day later. And he says, Ty, I am now up to 336 sales as we speak. I'm happy with that. I was hoping for 200 sales this month, so I'm really happy. I'm going to try for 1,000 sales a month starting next month, okay? So imagine if he's making, you know, $7 per sale. That's $7,000 right there, right? He's selling his books for $9.99. Amazon gives him 70%. That's $7. They keep $3, right? Times 1,000. $7,000. Now, he sent me this. We were on Skype. He sent me this recently. He says, Ty, over the last year, I've continued to follow the Kindle cash flow system, and I'm now doing $20,000 per month in sales. Right, $20,000 per month in sales. 66 years old in Perth, Australia. No excuses. We've got a 13-year-old doing this. We have a 66-year-old doing it. You can do it. If all this did was to finally allow you to generate a consistent, hands-free, passive income stream every month, would it be worth it? Give me a big yes. The yeses are coming in. Yes, yes, yes. Of course it would be worth it, right? Because this would change things for you and your family. If all this did was to give you the kick in the butt to finally get you moving and making money, would it be worth it? And we've got a ton of sales that have come in so far. We've got Jonathan that is in. Good to have you aboard, Jonathan. Kennedy is in. Good to have you aboard. We've got John D. Wharton that's in. Good to have you in, John D. All right, so a few more slots, handful of slots left. We have Rhonda that's in. Good to have you in, Rhonda. All right. So we've got literally about 3 or 4 more slots left. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 4 more slots. Oh, we just got Ted Wilmore that came in. Good to have you in, Ted. So we have 3 more slots left. Now, if this gave you 2 to 3 ebooks that each brought in $500 per month to pay a bill or save, would it be worth it? Think about that. Absolutely. Right, so this is the entire program. You can go to 30dayprofits.com right now to get in. Write that URL down because I'm about to close out this webinar and I don't want you to miss out. So write this down, 30dayprofits.com. If you have to talk to, excuse me, I'm starting to get a cold here. If you have to talk to your significant, your partner, whatever, get in. But you want to get in now, all right, while we still have a couple of slots left. Here's everything that you'll get. You'll get the setup, a $997 value. This covers setting up your account, how to get started quickly, what not to do. You also get the Kindling for Profits module, which is a $1,497 module. This covers finding the right niche in readers, niches that sell, and readers that buy. We also will give you the Buyer Magnet module, which is a $2,997 value. This covers the critical must-have elements that will make your ebook sell. This is all of the stuff that you don't get when you're trying to do it on your own, folks. We cover prices, right? Covers, which price points work the best, which types of cover layouts work the best, descriptions, reviews, all simple stuff, but you have to have the formula. We also give you a KDP cash extraction module, which is a $3,500 value, right? This covers the secret ways to use the Kindle Direct Publishing platform to make more money than most people ever will. All right. Now, total value $8,991. You'll also get these fast action bonuses. Everyone that whose name I just called off, and if you're in the next, actually, it looks like we have 2 slots left now. We just got Thad Avant that came in. Thad Avant, cool name, Thad. You'll get the Google Kindle Crunch bonus. Like I said, this increases my sales big time. This is where 30% of my sales come from. So you'll get this bonus as well. This is another mini course that you'll get access to. This is a $1,997 value. You'll get the Money Multiplicity program, which shows you how to publish the same content to the Barnes & Noble's Nook Press platform and the Apple iBookstore platform as well. And this is a $997 value. All right. You'll also get access to your own virtual assistant that can help you with researching topics, coming up with title ideas, writing out descriptions, communicating with your writer, or anything else that you can think of, including working in some of your other businesses. All right. This is a $600 value. This actually cost me real money because I pay this person. You get them for 40 hours. All right. Now, you'll also get access to our private Facebook group, where you get to ask questions, you get to get updates, you get to share ideas, you get to brainstorm, you get to get help, and you're never left alone. And it could be 4 o'clock in the morning. You have a question, you come in here, someone's up, someone's answering questions. We have 1,000 people that are in here at all levels, all right, that are killing it. We have people that are new, that have never done anything online like you may be new, right? And they are seeing success because they have a support group. We have people that are a bit more experienced that have published Kindle books up before, but they haven't seen the amount of sales and success that they were after because they don't have the entire formula. It's like trying to bake a cake and not having all of the ingredients or not knowing what goes in, right? 30dayprofits.com, a handful of slots. We got one more person that just came in here, so this thing is really getting down to the wire. We've got Mike Moles that just came in. Good to have you in, Mike. All right, so one more slot left. If you want that slot, you can get in now for just $9.97. Be one of, we've got 9 people in right now. 1 slot left. Go to 30dayprofits.com. You can use your Visa, your MasterCard, your American Express, your Discover card. If you have no money, put this on PayPal credit, right? It's the easiest way to go in and do this. Leverage someone else's money. And remember, when you apply for PayPal credit, hit the change button after you go in and get approved for it. Under payment method, you're going to see this little blue hyperlink that says change, and then be sure to select PayPal credit before hitting submit, right? Before hitting process your order. Now, here's the thing. If you don't have $9.97, all right, Jason, I saw where you were asking for this, and I got you covered, buddy. I got Jason and anyone else covered. And because of that, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to we have Stuart that just came in, all right? Stuart Michaels. So that covers 10. I'm going to let 5 more people in. If you get in, all right, if you get in before I close out this webinar, 5 more people in. After that, it's over. So if you want to pay and you don't have the whole $9.97, you can make 2 payments of $5.49. Just go to yourkindlekit.com and you'll make your first $5.49 payment now, the second $5.49 payment 30 days from now. All right. If you want to pay in full, you just go to 30dayprofits.com and you can pay in full using your Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, or PayPal credit. PayPal is not accepted for the 2-pay plan. All right. Only credit cards. All right. Only credit cards. Okay. So now you've got 2 choices right now. The first option is to do nothing and not take this leap of faith. Remember, it comes with a double your money back guarantee. Okay. Or the second option is to pony up the small, tiny investment today compared to all of the value that you'll receive in return and just give it a shot. Like, what do you have to lose? Give it a shot. With this type of guarantee, you can't lose. All right? I'm reminded of a story of a tale of 2 people. You've got Timid Tommy here. Timid Tommy is the guy who always doubts himself. He always doubts the programs. He knows things will work, but he doubts himself. He can't muster up the courage, the confidence, right? So nothing works for him. He never really tries anything. Then you have Brave Bob. Brave Bob is the guy who seems like everything works for him. It's like everything that he touches turns to gold. The reason why Brave Bob has such success is because he believes in himself. All right? Life is so limited, folks. This thing is so limited. We don't get a second chance at this. And the last thing you want is regret. Like, who wants to be the person that says, I could have, but I didn't try. I didn't believe in myself. Who wants to be that person? There's no excuses for this. I'm giving you every chance, every opportunity. All right? Every opportunity. We just got Jay in. Jay says, thank you. I totally needed that, Ty. Yes, I realize that life is short. Good to have you in, Jay. All right? We also got Kevin in. Kevin Abraham that just came in. So now, those extra 5 slots I just opened up, guess what, folks? 3 are left now. Jay and Kevin just took them. Action takers. They're the Brave Bobs here. Or the Brave Bobette, right? Don't be the timid Tommy or the timid Tammy. Get in now at 30dayprofits.com. I'm going to show you. You just go here, right? You click 30-day profits. You'll visit the website. You put in your order, right? Let me show you this thing here really quickly here. You go in. You visit the website. 30-day profits. You type that in. 30-day profits. You come down here, you click on your payment option, whether you want to, if you want to go this way and use your credit card, you fill out your first name, your last name, city, state, zip code, right? And you hit place order. If you decide you want to use PayPal, you go over here, you switch to PayPal, and you hit place order, right? If you want to use PayPal credit, you come down here, you click this, watch the video. It'll show you how to apply for PayPal credit, okay? You can do that, and then after you watch the video, you come down here and you check out with PayPal. All right? And remember, if you're using PayPal credit, you're going to change the payment method after you get approved, after you go in and apply for PayPal credit. Click this, and then you select PayPal credit so that your payment comes out of that. All right? And if you get here and you want to pay with your Visa, your MasterCard, or your American Express, you just hit this button here. All right? If you want to use that 2 payment option, you go to yourkindlekit.com, yourkindlekit.com, all right? And then you'll select this option, $5.49 now and 1 additional payment of $5.49 in 30 days, all right? So there you go. Now, let's get back to the presentation here. Looks like we have a lot of action takers here, folks. I love this, all right? I love this. Here's the entire program, 30dayprofits.com. We are closing out. You'll get the setup, which covers how to set up your account, how to get started quickly, what not to do so you don't get banned, kindling for profits. You'll also get the biomagnet module. You'll get the KDP cash extraction module. Everything here is valued at $8,991. You'll get these bonuses as well. And we're closing this bad boy out. If you are not in already, all right, it is too late. Listen, if you need to break this up and put it on 2 or 3 different credit cards, send us an email at support@kindlecashflow.com, support@kindlecashflow.com. Alan, we've got Alan Lance that's in. Good to have you, Alan. So that means we have 1 more slot left, all right? So you can call us at Kindle Cashflow 186. Send us an email at support@kindlecashflow.com, or you can call us between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Time at 1-866-752-9968 to place your order if you're not comfortable with ordering online. All right. If you call after these hours, just leave your name, your full name, first name, last name, your email address. Spell out your email address so we can give you access. Okay. Also leave your billing address, okay, street address, city, state, zip code, and your credit card number, okay, so that we can go and place your credit card order for you, all right, and we'll give you access. So make sure that you spell everything out. And again, here's a text from one of my students making $5,000 a month. He's on his way to $10,000 a month. Here's Linda Allen. She's in the Facebook group here. Oh, I want to show you a few things too. Here's another one from Darren DeVry, $20,000 a month. Here's Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins says, if you want to be successful, find someone who has achieved the results you want and copy what they do, and you'll achieve the same results. I actually got a chance to meet Tony Robbins, and me and my wife took pictures with him and his wife, Sage. Really awesome guy, right? And Amazon Publishing gave me that opportunity to do so. If it wasn't for the money that I'm making with this, I may not have been able to do it. All right. So here, you can go in and break that payment up. I also want to show you something else really quickly here. All right. Actually, let me show you a couple of testimonials here. Let's get here. All right. Let me show you. All right. Let me ask you, why didn't you sign up? You don't think you could come up with ebook ideas that sell? Well, we cover this in the course. It's so easy. You don't overcomplicate it. Number two, you're nervous about putting it all in place. Or you think it's too expensive. Number three, right? Well, it's more expensive not to get started. Thinking about all of the money that you will miss out on by not getting started. Okay? By not getting started. Okay? 30dayprofits.com. if you want to make that one payment of $9.97, or yourkindlekit.com if you want to make two payments of $5.49. If you need to break this up, again, that number is 866-752-9968 or support@kindlecashflow.com. Right, and you can put it on 2 or 3 different credit cards. If you didn't sign up immediately, you may think, hey, I live outside of the U.S. Can I do this? And the answer is yes. We have students that are in literally 37 different countries: the U.S., the U.K., Canada, Australia, France, Japan, Germany, Mexico, right? You want time to think about it. Well, we only have, I think I said, one more slot left, right? Or English is not your first language. Well, you can also publish in multiple languages. That's the beauty of this, all right? If you didn't sign up immediately, you've never sold anything online. Well, this is the perfect program to get started with. You're partnering with Amazon, a multi-billion-dollar company that wants you to succeed. They want you to make money. You don't have enough money. Well, if that's the reason, you can use PayPal credit or go to yourkindlekit.com and break it up into 2 payments. All right, so tell me, what is your reason for not signing up? All right, I've got a ton of people that have done well with this. Let me show you one of these testimonials here. I'm going to show you a couple of these. Here's Sabina. She's actually in Germany. This is one of our students in Germany that's crushing it. $1,000 she's made in her first month in the body makeover niche. All right, and she was so grateful when we went over to the UK. All right, she actually flew out over from Germany to London to buy me and my wife dinner because she wanted to show her gratitude to me for showing her the system and allowing her to totally have a life-changing experience.
Hi guys, my name is Sabine Kohler and I started with the Kindle Cashflow system mid of April and published so far 3 Kindle books with 6 more books in the making as we speak. They will be published over the next 2 weeks, so I'm quite a newbie on Kindle. But I really do enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I bribed my friend Sonia to come on board as she has a wealth of knowledge with regards to health, nutrition and fitness. She's actually a holistic health coach. And I'm also very interested in health, and most of our topics are actually related to health. And together we are just the perfect team. We find it helpful to outsource the writing of our books. However, once we receive the books back, we spice them up and put our own stamp on them. And this has worked very well so far. Our first book, How to Get Your Dream Body and Keep It, the 6-week body makeover for a flat belly, toned arms and killer legs, published under the pen name Kim Ellis, was off to a flying start right from the beginning, generating over $1,000 in royalties in the first 4 weeks.
Over $1,000 in royalties. All right, I'm coming down. We're getting low on time, so I want to just show you guys a few more of these testimonials really quickly. But again, someone's asking for the URL 30dayprofits.com if you want to get in at the $9.97 one payment price, or if you want to make 2 payments of $549, one now and one $549 payment 30 days from now, you can get in at yourkindlekit.com. Again, this is something that will change things for you folks. It's something that, I mean, it just gives you a lifestyle that very few other things will give you, all right, especially a 9-to-5. There's no 9-to-5 that will give you a lifestyle, very few 9-to-5s, I should say, that will give you a lifestyle like this. Here's another testimonial from Steve.
Hi, you guys. Hey, I just want to tell you a little bit about Ty's Kindle program. It's pretty amazing. I've been messing around with internet stuff for 3 years, and I think all of us who've been playing around with it have heard all the hype. There's no hype in this. This thing works amazing. My name, again, I don't know if I mentioned it, is Steve Schreier. I have, let's see, after a week of listening to his tapes, I had a book up and running, and now I have 5. I have 2 of them that are very successful, and one of them is called How to Stand Up and Paddle for Beginners, and the other one is How to Stand Up and Paddle Surf for Beginners. And those have been increasing every month. So to give you an example, my first month I made $200. The next month is $300. And my goal is to every month keep on adding a book, and that way I know my residual income will keep on increasing. That's the cool thing is, one of the things that I loved about Ty's program is that it was effortless. Ty cuts through all the bull. He cuts your learning curve down, because if you check out his tips and tricks, you'll realize that a lot of this stuff you would never have figured out unless he told you up front. I'll give you one example. It's pretty funny. The other day, he mentioned that, you know, hey, price your books at the reasonable price and then start increasing them and see what happens. I did that last week, and I increased my books by about 15%, and I sold more books. And these are the kind of tips and tricks that you would never find out on your own, and Ty has experienced this. So all these things, you put it together, you have an effortless way of making money. You don't have to know, any technology. So it's probably the best thing that you can do right now to make money on the internet.
Awesome, awesome. And Steven is killing it. Like, this is his first time out, and now he's up to a point where he's doing $9,000 a month, just rocking and rolling. So let me show you, again, 30dayprofits.com to get in at one payment of $9.97, yourkindlekit.com to get in at 2 payments of $5.49, one now and one 30 days from now. Or you can go to 30dayprofits.com to use PayPal or PayPal credit, all right? We are closing it up. We've got a couple more testimonies, but I'm going to actually close this up right now, folks. I will leave this page up for you to watch. We have one more slot, and if you want it, go in and take it. Have a good night, or a good day, or a good morning. I know we have people that are literally all over the planet watching this thing. I welcome you, and I can't wait to see you in the Facebook group. As a matter of fact, here's something else I want to share with you. If you're interested in learning about making money online in general, I have a pretty cool Facebook group that I'm going to share with you. It's called Let's All Make Money Online. Here it is right here. Go over to this Facebook group. We've got 15 people that want to join now, right? Type in Let's All Make Money Online on Facebook, right? And request that we add you to the group, and come in and say hi. We've got a ton of people that always want to join. In this group, I share, and I'm going to prove all. We've got Alan, Yvonne, Fran, Scotty, Shannon, Valerie, Mary, Bobby, Patricia, Sandy, Wade. All right, so I'm going to approve all of these folks. We share some of the most dynamic and informational and beneficial online marketing, online make money tips in this group here. This is not the Kindle cash flow group. This is a separate group. This is a free public group available to anyone. We've got a couple thousand people that are in here, and I want you to come in too. So go to Facebook, type in Let's All Make Money Online, or you can just go to facebook.com/groups /Let's All Make Money Online, and just say, hey, request me, and once I approve you, come in and let me know what you thought of the webinar. All right. I also list new webinars here every week, so put that in there as well. All right, so I'll leave this page up. We've got one more slot left. As a matter of fact, anyone that gets in before midnight tonight Eastern time, I'll let you in. All right, how's about that?